Hello, all you wonderful people out there. Today, at my media museum, we're going to be looking at our Beach Boys 45 RPM records. I went through, after doing box 9, I went through all my remaining mixed up boxes and pulled out Beach Boys, Beatles, Elvis, Rolling Stones, and I'm going to do individual videos for each of those. Surfing Safari here is the oldest Beach Boys that I have. I looked up on Wikipedia, I looked up the order of the 45 releases, and this is the oldest one I have. B-side being 409. And I figured that it would be better to cover these artists in a separate videos because they do tend to get more interest, which I don't understand. I like the variety videos. I like the not knowing what's going to be coming up next and being surprised by it. But apparently I'm in the minority on that preference because the Kiss video that I did for Kiss 45 RPMs got way more views than most. So 10 Little Indians being the next oldest Beach Boys ones that I have. I don't have them all by no means. B-side here being Country Fair. And yeah, I'm missing, lots of them. But these are the ones that I have that I hadn't already filmed in the first 9 boxes. Surfing USA is interesting because it's a rewrite of Chuck Berry's Sweet Little 16. And you'll notice here it's just credited to Brian Wilson. So that tells you this is an original copy. Later on, after some lawsuits and stuff, it had to be credited to Brian Wilson and Chuck Berry. And then even later on after that, once you got into late 80s, Mike Love also got songwriting credit on it. So depending upon the songwriting credits, you can pretty much tell which edition you have of that one. B-side being Shut Down. And I do believe we'll cover all of our Beach Boys here in one video. I might have to quit talking so much and show them a little bit more. But I think we can do it. Surfer Girl here being the A-side. And I got all the A-sides and B-sides figured out because I did take the time to go through Wikipedia and try and put them in sequence that they came out. Little Deuce Coupe was the B-side of that. And moving on, the next one, which that's kind of a cool sleeve there. Doesn't match because all these are capitals. Fun, fun, fun till their daddy took the T-bird away. And the B-side of that one was Why Do Fools Fall in Love? I'm not sure if that's the one that I know, but I don't think that was written by the Beach Boys. The credit is Lyman Goldner, so. And the next one around is I Get Around by the Beach Boys, as all these are. And the B-side being Don't Worry, Baby. And then next up we've got a super oldie. So this is a re-release. This isn't in a original edition. But it's Dance, Dance, Dance. I still have it in the correct sequence for what I have here. But you'll know it's a re-release. You can see the label's completely different. It's got an originally released November 1964 noted on it. That's another dead giveaway. The B-side of that being The Warmth of the Sun. They did not change the B-side. I did verify that. So it has the same A and B-side as the original release. This is just a re-release copy of it. And according to somebody, it hit number 8 on the charts in November of '64. I didn't look up all that information. I didn't go that much into it. And then next up, we got Help Me Rhonda. And, I like the Beach Boys. I wasn't really into them when I was younger. I remember Jimi Hendrix, May You Never Hear Surf Music Again, the line from his famous song. And, kind of was my attitude at the time. Wasn't into the Beach Boys, didn't into surf music. I was into Hendrix and Sabbath and Zeppelin and all that stuff. But as I got older and I discovered the Beatles, the Beach Boys weren't far behind. And Dave Clark 5 and a lot of other bands like that from the time. B-side of this is Kiss Me Baby. Get to talking. And next up we've got Help Me Rhonda. again, but this is clearly a re-release issue on the Starline, and it says originally released in April of 1965. So another dead giveaway. This is a re-release copy, but the B-side of this one is Do You Want to Dance? It's not Kiss Me Baby, as on the original was. See, that's the original there again, just to show you that they changed the B-side for the re-release on this Starline, which is probably a division of Capitol Records. It's got the Capitol logo there, but Starline is the ones that put that one out. All right, moving on, we've got California Girls, and unfortunately Ernie put a little sticker on here that doesn't want to come off, and I didn't want to damage the label trying to get it off, so here's Ernie's copy of California Girls by the Beach Boys. And the B-side of that had Let Him Run Wild, which isn't one of their songs I'm familiar with. Then next up, we've got Those Good, Good Vibrations, which always makes me think of Sun-Kissed Orange Juice now, unfortunately. I really hate it when bands sell out their songs and they're used as commercials. Just kind of like music videos, what I've talked about previously, how I prefer to see a live video as opposed to some kind of produced music video, because then you start remembering the music video and not your own personal memories. Well, Good Vibrations always makes me think of Orange Juice now because of them using it in the commercial. B-side, Let's Go Away for a While. All right. Yeah, we're easily going to burn through all of these because I guess I didn't talk too much. And I don't have that many of them. I think I had 22 here. I counted them. But A-side here of Darlin', which isn't one of their songs I'm more familiar with, but apparently it hit number 19 in January of 68. And the B-side of that is a song called Here Today. And you'll note they note it's off of Pet Sounds, which was a very, very big album for the Beach Boys. They did really well with that one. And then, next up here, we're almost actually even done. This is an oddity, and I haven't put it on the turntable to check to see if it's a 45 or a 33, but it's got 3 songs on each side, so I'm assuming this would be classified as an EP. The Best of the Beach Boys. Again, it's on Starline. And I like this duophonic for stereo phonographs only. You see a lot of them that say that it'll play on mono compatible. It's interesting. This is one of the few ones I've ever seen that says stereo phonograph only. So I'm assuming it wouldn't play correctly on a mono. But you notice we've got Surfing USA, Surfer Girl, and Little Deuce Coupe on side 1, which is clearly marked side 1. And then on side 2, we got Fun, 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 In My Room, and Little Honda, which this is really cool because something else I ran into while going through and pulling all of these out of my mix boxes that are upcoming was I came up with this collectibles edition of the Hondells doing Little Honda. Now, the Beach Boys did do it first. Brian Wilson wrote the song, they recorded it on their album and put it out, but it was like within months the Hondells did this cover of it, and it became a pretty good hit for them. Hit number 9 in October of 64. So the B-side of this isn't. I'm going to show it to you anyways, just for the sake of completeness. It's Dusty Springfield doing You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, which, you know, this is not at all unusual for the collectibles record label to have different A and B sides, because they were making them for people's jukeboxes, and you wanted to load that jukebox up with as many hits as possible. But it's still cool to have this 45 of Little Honda, the remake of the Hondells, which I guess was not released as a single by the Beach Boys. It was on the album of that same year, but they did not put it out as a single. They let the Hondells do that, apparently. So there you have. That's my Beach Boys that I have for the rest of my unsorted boxes, which I think I counted 5 more there'll be like 5 more coming up in the near future. And we'll get to all of them. If you go back through the first 9 boxes that I've already filmed, you will see some Beach Boys. And when I get to the A and Z boxes, you will see some more Beach Boys. But for the next variety boxes, mixed boxes, whatever you want to call them, there shouldn't be any more Beach Boys because I pulled them all out for this video here. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you have a wonderful day. And come on back for the next edition, which will be Bob Dylan.